So breaking crypto news today, as we have seen prices fall to $60,000. We've had a little bit of a bounce from there, but in reality a lot of this being pushed by the narrative going on right now in the Middle East. As you can see, there's multiple factors here driving declines in Bitcoin and ETH. For starters, multiple and separate conflicts in the Middle East have driven up energy prices, and there is just a lot of macro uncertainty, and when there is a lot of macro uncertainty, it can lead to markets retreating. Bitcoin used to be this kind of safe haven asset, but really I think it has been dragged down because of its mainstreamifiedness that it's been having in recent years. As you can see here, we have got energy prices going up, and it's more likely that the Fed will raise rates and money is flowing out of other investments like crypto and pouring into AI. AI really swallowing the world right now, and crypto has been suffering, to be honest. It's become less fashionable recently with AI booming as much as it has, but obviously when the bubble bursts for AI and people take profits, the money is going to go somewhere. And I think in reality, Bitcoin going towards 60k, I think it's going to be a really, really fascinating asset to watch over the next few years as money eventually rotates out of AI into something else. Crypto obviously not very fashionable right now, which is quite interesting. Lots of altcoins suffering, and in reality Bitcoin here, as you can see, is down 50% from its all-time high now and continuing down. Ethereum at $1,500. I mean, crypto's right now looking like they're in the pits of a bear market and, you know, really in the pits of despair. But honestly, for the long term, I average in personally to about 20 or 30 cryptos every week. And in reality, the prices right now are incredibly, incredibly juicy. And you can see here, we are just continuing to see conflict in the Middle East, which I think is affecting markets in general, to be honest. And if you look here, you'll be able to see it pretty much across the board. This is the major issue today. We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and everything else really lagging and not bouncing at all. Even though we have got Bitcoin having a little bit of a rally from 60k up to 63k, you can see Israel and Iran are exchanging fire for the first time since an April ceasefire agreement. So Israel continuing to create tension in the Middle East. I'm sure the US are getting involved in there as well, but pretty much all of our cryptos are suffering because of this extended conflict that we are seeing. You can see this is the main issue today. Geopolitical risks mount as Israel and Iran exchange strikes. Risk-off sentiment continues to dominate, with most digital assets correcting after a brief weekend bounce. Israel and Iran exchanging strikes for the first time for a while. Iran launching missiles on Israel at Sunday as retaliation for Israeli attacks in Lebanon. Israeli military reported that it intercepted the missiles and launched a retaliatory attack, striking military targets in western and central Iran. The IRGC announced that it's launched strikes against Israel air bases in Nevatim and Tel Nof. Basically, lots and lots of stuff going on in the Middle East, which is causing a massive risk-off sentiment in the markets. Huge pullback on Friday, and the Nasdaq did not help Bitcoin at all. And in reality, Bitcoin has been pulling back for a while in bearish sentiment. As we saw from the pullback from the all-time highs, we basically created a daily BPR there, and then ever since then we've been respecting huge monthly fair value gaps on the way down. And Bitcoin right now, ETF outflows have been incredible. 2 billion in outflows through Friday. So as you can see, people are basically taking profits, going risk off. You can see Ethereum with massive outflows. XRP actually had a reasonable amount of inflows, or at least, you know, I would say net neutral in terms of the amounts of inflows and outflows. But the pressure on Bitcoin right now is incredible from outside. As you can see, Bitcoin is trading under some extreme pressure right now. We are clearly under these moving averages, as you can see on the 50, 100 and 200 day moving averages right now. Very much in a bear market, as we've been seeing. 50% down from the all-time high of 126k, and right now Bitcoin continuing to look very, very bearish going forward. But these are the major news breaking stories today. You can see here, basically this is all just to do with that. We also had a hack for Humanity Protocol, which I saw for 32 million, so we're still seeing DeFi hacks going on, and it's feeling like a bear market at the minute. We've had a lot of cryptos really, really suffering recently, looking like they could be approaching bottoms in my opinion. But in reality, since we didn't have a bull market really last cycle for altcoins are looking pretty bad right now, or in my opinion, like crazy buying opportunities for the long term. As you can see, Humanity Protocol hacked for 32 million. This is still going on in the background. As we can see, this is pretty mental stuff. Happens all the time in crypto though. We are still in the teething phase for a DeFi in general, and this happens more regularly than you might think. You could see in general we have had some inflows and outflows across the altcoin space, but in reality all of this is just dominated by Bitcoin. You can see 1.3 billion in liquidations, billions in outflows, and right now everything looking incredibly bearish in the crypto market. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think we'll bounce soon? And I'll catch you in the next one.